Well, welcome everybody to Cowper's COVID Quarantine Quiz Show. We're changing things up again. If you haven't noticed, we've changed things every day. Today, we're not going to do a quiz show. Mrs. Major came to me and said, it'd be really nice if during the announcements, if we could talk to a frontline worker, a little bit about what our doctors or nurses or hospitals, other frontline workers are doing to help people during this time of COVID. Lo and behold, my sister Stacey said I'd be happy to answer questions. Mrs. Major, take it over.
Hello, everyone. We were talking and we thought that we're living in a little bubble at Anderton Public School, and we really don't get to see what is going on in the hospitals. Our questions today will come to you from 2 grade 8 students and 1 grade 7 student. We have Leah and Jordan in grade 8 and Selena in grade 7, and they have come up with some questions. Our very first question from Leah. Go ahead, Leah.
Have you helped a patient with COVID?
I have actually helped patients with COVID. I work at Hotel Dieu Grace Healthcare, and we're actually a post-acute hospital. So when people are initially sick and in the hospital with COVID, they don't come to us. Instead, they come to us when they're recovering. So I've probably taken care of a dozen or so patients that have had COVID. Thankfully, I was able to see them all go home and get rehabilitated, so that was awesome.
Our next question, Stacey, comes to you from Jordan.
Tell us about how you became a nurse.
I've always wanted to be a nurse. It happened a lot later in life for me. I always enjoyed taking care of people, even as a child, and I loved science. Science and math were my favorite subjects. But I also knew that I wanted to be a mom. So I became a mom. I had to stay home with my kids as they were growing up. I have 4 kids. Therefore, I didn't actually go back to school until almost 3 years ago. So I'm just starting my career as a 40-something-year-old, which is pretty exciting because I have a lot of life experience behind me. But it also really taught me how to become a student again and to really be able to resonate with my own kids and how they are handling school and just the things that kind of get thrown in your way, and especially during a pandemic. So I have experience being a student and having to virtually learn and take tests online and also help my kids at the same time. So I can officially say I've passed my exam. I am a nurse. I'm in orientation and starting on the floor in the next couple of days.
You know what, everybody? I got to jump in, because I am the host of the show. Mrs. Major's trying to take my job away, but Stacey, did you just say you went to school 3 years ago and you finally met your full life goal of being a nurse, just recently now? Let's give her a round of applause. It's pretty awesome. Come on.
Okay, our last question comes from Selena.
What has been the scariest moment in the hospital during COVID?
I think the scariest moment almost lately every day, because we just don't know what's going to happen. We're all experiencing different changes from what we're allowed to do and not allowed to do. And it's kind of the same way in the hospital. We're always getting told different things that we have to wear when we're interacting. Biggest moment that was the scariest is when our hospital was experiencing an outbreak. And I had to tell visitors that they couldn't come and see, their mom, their dad, their sister, their kids. That was scary for me because I didn't know when they were going to be able to come back again.
Well, I just want to thank you, Stacey, so much for coming. And I want to say, Selena and Jordan and Leah, you did a wonderful job with the questions. It was really, really helpful to have a perspective on what is going on in the hospitals. And, we really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, Stacey. I know you were in training this morning at the hospital. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Mrs. Major, there's a rumor going around, and my parents said something about they were on Mr. Cowper's quiz show last week. I kind of want to get in on that action. Is there any chance I could participate today?
Oh, that would be much juicier than the one conversation with your parents.
Hold on. I haven't had a chance to, take a look at any of these questions. They might embarrass me, Stace.
Well, that's kind of the point.
Welcome to Cowper's COVID Quarantine Quiz Show. My sister's going to ask some questions, apparently.
Yeah.
I hope they're not like my parents' questions.
If Mr. Cowper had $10 and he bet me $5 to eat something really gross, like dirty, soapy spaghetti noodles in the bottom of the sink after doing and I ate it, how much money do I have?
$5.
He still hasn't paid me and denied that it ever happened.
It never happened.
He never paid me. He still owes me with interest.
All right, next question.
When I was 4 years old, Mr. Cowper put some things in my really long blonde hair. Of the following things, what do you think he put in it? Was it a gardener snake, burrs from a bush, all of the above, or none of the above? Leah?
Probably all of the above.
Oh, Leah, come on, man. What do
Yep.
you think I am? Come on, Leah. Do you think I put a garter snake in my sister's hair?
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, Jordan. That's correct. I did both, Leah.
Third, Mr. Cowper does not like to do a lot of hard labored work. And one hot summer day, he decided to hire my kids. At the time, it was his niece and his 2 nephews, and they were 4, 6, and 9. How much did he pay them to weed his entire front lawn? Okay. Was it $20 for the day, $40 for the day, 10 cents a weed, and maybe some ice cream after, or $10 an hour each?
I would say the one that's the less money.
Selena,
Yes.
come on.
10 cents a weed, come get your bucket, he said. And the funny thing is, my daughter reminded me, he took them to the ice cream store after, and he made them use their money from weeding to pay for their ice cream.
I teach children the value of hard work and the value of $1. That's called learning. Are those all the questions? Oh,
Yeah.
you know,
Uh,
my
It
parents
was
and my
mistakes.
sister have made me look like a great big troublemaker. I'm not. I'm a principal.
You're a great big brother. I miss you like crazy. I think it's awesome what all of you are doing with the kids. I think the kids are awesome for doing this virtual learning. The teachers are incredible. It's awesome that you're having so much fun with this.
Thank you so much, Selena, Jordan, Leah, and of course, Stacey Paquette, our nurse, for joining us today. And as always, thanks for giving us our laughs about Mr. Cowper. We really appreciate all your help. Take care, everyone.
There can be a part 2 if you want to.
No, we're all good. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in to Cowper's COVID Quarantine Quiz Show. It was more of an interview today of my sister, Stacey. Stacey, we're really proud of you and all the frontline workers that are out there. We've got so many that work, that are parents at our school, Stace. Bye, everybody. Got a wave.
Bye, everyone.
Jordan, even you. I love my little sister.